All right, Shalom. I want to start out by giving our praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double bounce to the elders and apostles for teaching us this truth. Blessings to the brothers pushing the word throughout the four corner. I'm the brother Karal from the GMS Memphis camp. I come with a beautiful lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh who got equally called God. Yahweh Shai who got equally called Jesus Christ. And by Hashem means in the name. Break it down the Hebrew tongue, the Lashawan Kodash. I have a quick lesson basically going into famine is a pitiful case. Okay, famine is a pitiful case. And the reason why I say that, because man, famine is gonna be coming into America like it's no other. It's gonna be way worse than the Great Depression, basically. It's gonna be way worse than World War I, World War II. It's going to be way worse than any war that ever happened upon the face of the earth. Because famine is an act of war from Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. You already got hyperinflation. You already got milk going up. You got lunch meat going up. All these things are for your destruction, Israel. And when I say you Israelites, I mean you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, and Indians. All these things that's finna happen upon the face of the earth, such as famine, is for your destruction. I have a beautiful video going into how, even the woman that, commentary on this video, she said famine was the worst way is the worst way to die because it's a slow death. Lamentations 4:9, which I'm gonna get right after the video, basically tells you that to die by the sword is better than famine. Because famine, you start having illusions. You start seeing things that you start looking at people as food. You basically start tripping, man. Mentally. You start having mental disorders. Basically your mind tormenting itself, which that's another plague that the Lord put in the scriptures that, that's going to be performed out here in America, man. You people are going to be tormented mentally. Because you loathed the law while you yet had liberty. You despised the words of the prophets. You didn't want to listen or hearken unto the words of Yahweh Shai Shai. Therefore, what's left for you other than death? Right? Let's go ahead and play this video. I hope you edified.
Eating, or consuming some form of sustenance, is necessary for all life forms. Yet anorexia is a disease that affects many people, especially women, though the disease does affect men as well. 1 out of every 100 women is starving themselves on purpose, sometimes to death. Because of societal pressures and unrealistic standards of beauty perpetuated in the media, being thin and frail is perceived as beautiful. Many want to lose weight so badly that they feel like they have to stop eating altogether. On the flip side, there are many on this earth who do not have a choice but to starve. According to a UN report, 1 in 9 people on planet Earth do not have enough food to lead a healthy life. Today, in an effort to raise awareness, Life's Biggest Questions asks, what if you stopped eating? Hello and welcome back to LBQ. I'm Charlotte Dobre. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button and ask us in the comments below a question you have always wanted the answer to. The fact is, if you stopped eating entirely, you wouldn't die right away. Amazingly, humans can live up to 70 days without eating, and some people actually willingly engage in hunger strikes where they don't eat anything for 70 days. But that time period would be extremely painful and difficult as your body begins to disintegrate. It would be a very slow and painful death. Let's go through the process step by step. The first 6 hours after you stop eating is not so bad. Some people go 6 hours without eating regularly. After 6 hours, your body begins to use its glucose and fat stores for energy. It's been 3 days of not eating a thing, and your brain function is now impaired. Ever heard the term being hangry? Well, being hangry is a real thing. It's where you are so hungry that your brain's running out of energy and you become irrational, often lashing out at people for no good reason. This is your brain telling you that it's not getting enough glucose. In order to sustain itself, your body will enter something called ketosis, where it breaks down excess fat for energy. It means that your body is not getting enough carbohydrates carbohydrates, so it starts to burn glucose for energy. Ketosis can actually be beneficial. Some athletes, like marathon runners, enter into ketosis when they run out of glycogen supplies. It can also be effective if you're on a diet, and it will make weight loss happen faster. But if you still do not eat at the point where your body enters ketosis, your body will start to break down its own proteins and use amino acids to form glucose. This is literally your body cannibalizing itself. Your body will eat its own muscles just to be able to survive. Your brain can't actually use the acids that are produced in this way, so your cognitive brain function starts to worsen. Over the next few days, your bones will become weak, and it will be difficult to do any physical tasks. Your sex drive will also deplete. Women will actually stop menstruating altogether because doing so saves their body energy. Some other symptoms of anorexia include insomnia, thinning hair, a bluish discoloration of the fingers, and abnormal hair growth as your body tries to keep itself warm in the absence of body fat. Slowly but surely, as you starve, your muscles will get weaker and weaker. Your heart is one muscle that you definitely don't want to weaken. Many of those who die from anorexia die from heart attacks because after not eating for an extended period of time, the heart tissue becomes damaged. Your immune system will also become extremely weak. Antibodies that are used to fight infection and muscle proteins used for strength are being used to make glucose. Without vitamins and minerals, your body will be susceptible to diseases and pathogens. If starvation won't kill you first, a disease might. So in conclusion, life is short. Have that cupcake, because at the end of the day, starvation is one of the worst ways to go. You've been watching Life's Biggest Questions. Conclusion, life is short. Have that cupcake, because at the end of the day, starvation is one of the worst ways to go.
Yeah, you heard it, man. Salvation is one of the worst ways to go. Starvation is one of the worst ways to go. And starvation is famine. Okay? Starvation is famine. Let's look up that term famine. Then we're going to get some scriptures. This is famine. Famine goes into hunger and starvation. It say a severe shortage of food as through crop failure, resulting in a violent hunger and starvation and death. Because it said hangry, and hangry goes into being hungry and angry. You know what it's like when you ain't eat, you get frustrated. Everything makes you mad. Every little thing somebody does ticks you off because you didn't eat. Hey, and these people are walking narcissists. They are walking beasts. They can't even be told to put on the mask, let alone they'll fight you in the store. These people